So, guys, I'm gonna talk about this crazy story involving Alicia Silverstone, where she was banned twice on the dating app, the same dating app at that. Now, for those who don't know Alicia Silverstone is, let me give a reminder. If you're 13 and above, you know, like Clueless, Catfight, particularly Clueless with Stacey. That's a very iconic movie. I mean, that fashion sense at that time, they exemplify it, you know. She's a decent chick. She's like a good girl next door. Let's be honest. She's cool. Girl you can hang around with, probably date and even married. She's into healthy living, stuff like that. So she's had a good life. Have one son, married for a few years, and not a bad woman, I will say. However, divorce, she's single and she wants to mingle. The market, as you know, guys, at her age, around 44, 45, it's tough. And then you're a single mother? But the catch is, she came on the Drew Barrymore show, and she was like, hey, I can't. It's very difficult to find dates, as usual, again. And she was saying stuff like, I went, let me read this right here. She said, a few years ago, I tried to get onto one of the dating apps, and I put a fake profile because I wasn't comfortable yet being me. And then I got kicked off. I got banned. No, it's crazy. Let's be frank here. First of all, both male and females catfish, mostly initiated by men, because it's harder for men. Men have to really not sometimes they hide. I don't agree with it. They have to do things that capture women's attention. Conversely, women don't even have to nudge anything. They just have to not put these unrealistic expectations on list and put on the real photos, like what you look like currently. But in any case, it got me. It struck me weird because most dating apps are skewed towards women. It just doesn't make any sense why women will actually catfish when. If you look at a dating app, look at this Tinder research, it says that the median female user receives about 2.75 matches per day, while the median male user only receives about 1.1 matches. It goes on to say that at that rate, to expect a match, a typical woman would have to like just 3 men, while a man would need to like over 50 women. You see the difference? The disparity with it. So why am I, typically females come on this app, it's just for validation to feel good. Hey, good this and that. When funny enough, additionally, if you guys ever, for guys who still go on it, let's go on it, women put up these pictures with all kind of effects, filter, and you're like, is that how you look? When if you look at the one, I tend to look at profiles, particularly females, where how do you look without no filters, no makeup, whatever? Then you should see the true person. You're like, all right, she's okay. She's a 3, a 4, a 5, a 8, whatever. But it's just amazing that women will actually do this foolishness when, in fact, catfishing is done most of my men. It's skewed towards men doing it. It's crazy. But in any case, I can deduce a few other pointers about that. Maybe she doesn't want to scare the guys away. I mean, she's a celebrity, may not be a big time as usual, but that social media, that fame does carry some weight to it. Or also, it's that, hey, Alicia wants a top tier 10% guy, handsome, rich, 6+ in height and over, speaks 5 different languages, is a social butterfly and all these stuff. Crazy, ain't it? The hypermass, a alpha guy, or alpha guy that's a good guy. So it's ridiculous that females, irrespective of their gender, age, location, wherever they're across the world, they're going to have these type of expectations. They look for it, and I'm sorry for Alicia, but it's going to be tough for her. She's 45. You have pretty much hit the wall, all right? And your prospects become very dim at that age. The older you get, because let's be honest, you don't look too great without makeup here. So you have to adjust your expectations as to your prospects and not be so difficult, because as women get older, that list, their demands get difficult. I mean, I don't know, Dwayne Wade deals with Gabrielle Union, but it's crazy. I think it's just too many ridiculous ideas females come up with the dating apps. I mean, guys, get off the dating app. I mean, if you go on it, just go on it for fun, but it's useless. It's not worth anything. All right, but that's my 2 cents. Please like and subscribe. Until then, bless.